I tell y'all, anybody that makes over $400,000 a year should support the Republican Party. But if you don't make over $400,000 a year, you're an idiot to support the Republican Party. But I know a lot of y'all do. I'll leave that alone. So fuck you, Judge Brown. Judge Joe Brown. Fuck you, old man. Go lay up in somewhere and die. The things that Judge Joe Brown has been saying is obvious to me. I don't know. I haven't really listened to his segments. I've just been hearing the shorts that's been coming out where he's talking bad about her. It's almost like a Clarence Thomas or somebody like that talking about a female. He's obviously a Republican, which he should be. The man make millions of dollars. But the things that he's been saying about her, and at this point of time, it's just questionable from an older black man. The way he's talking about her, putting things out in the universe about her, he's almost been. I heard a segment over there where Dr. Umar put out the 5 coons to him, and he didn't name Joe Brown. But I was hoping the whole time I was sitting there, because he couldn't think of the 5th person, and I was saying, you gotta be talking about Judge Brown, you gotta be talking about Judge Brown.
Hey, what's going on? Peace and blessings to the tribe. Y'all like, share, and subscribe. You're now watching Telescope Channel. So I know I haven't been posting a little bit of content in a couple of days. Been a little inconsistent. I'm working 2 jobs now, so it's been taking up a lot of my time. I've been trying to push myself to get to these videos, but nevertheless, y'all know I am gonna bring y'all this premium black news, something that's gonna be dope, interesting, and comical at the same time. But for the people that's not subscribed and you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell to the right, ding, or the subscribe button, and you can be notified every time I drop a video like this. Make sure you hit the like button, and y'all jump in those comment sections and tell me what y'all think. In all of my videos, jump in the comment sections and tell me what y'all think. You know what I'm saying? I like the engagement. I like to talk to y'all. Some of y'all funny as hell. So let's get into this news. So today we're gonna be talking about Judge Joe Brown, and pretty much y'all know we always cover Judge Joe Brown, like the judge be snapping, you know what I'm saying? But for whatever reason, Reggie Wright don't like the judge. He's called the judge a coon, you know what I'm saying? He even referenced to Dr. Umar interview, I believe, with Art, where he called the judge a coon when Dr. Umar was like, oh, it's 5 coons, but he couldn't think about the 5th one. As y'all seen, Reggie Wright said that Judge Joe Brown was the 5th one, which was funny enough. But I don't take Judge Joe Brown as to be a coon. I think he just he's one of those stiff uncles, like just real hard on pause, but very militant and stuck in his ways because he's old as well. The judge does make a lot of points, and he does reveal a lot of truth to your common folk like me and yourself, like things that we didn't know that was going on behind the scenes. And he talks about the industry and being on television and how that industry works. He's still at ground zero doing the interviews. I don't know if he still is with Dana with the data, but he's at ground zero talking to your common people, answering questions and stuff like that. He even has a barbecue sauce, which I heard was pretty good. That's I think you can order, or maybe in stores now, I'm not sure, but y'all check that out. But for whatever reason, man, Reggie Wright, you know what I'm saying, is hating on the judge, or not, I wouldn't say hating, but he just finds what the judge said about Kamala Harris very distasteful, and a couple of other things that I'm gonna let y'all see. But funny enough, you have a former cop who pretty much was a bad cop because he went to prison, and then you have a former judge who pretty much got off of the bench, I'm guessing the right way, but I think the judge was charged with something too. So it's funny to see, or ironic, I would say, to see 2 people that were previously in law and previously arrested or accused for whatever illegal crimes they committed, and now they're going back and forth or whatever. So that's my little take on this so far. But y'all check this video out and y'all tell me what y'all think after watching this content, man. Remember, man, they said I'll be speaking on it. I'm Mr. Telescope. You're not watching Telescope Channel. And YouTube, this is fair use. Salute to Art of Dialogue. Salute to Bomb1st, because for whatever reason, Art of Dialogue has been going at it and beefing with Bomb1st and Reggie Wright or whatever. And there's been a lot of things said from the Gene Deal text, you know what I'm saying, like he don't want Reggie to respond to his content and everything. But we're gonna keep that for another video. Y'all be on the lookout for that one. It'll be coming soon, probably right after this one. But nevertheless, man, once again, they said it, and we speaking on it. I'm Mr. Telescope. You're not watching Telescope Channel. Telescope, come.
his recent interviews as of late?
Yeah, it's unfortunate to see an older black man. And now I get why y'all get mad at me. Because Judge Brown about 20 years older than me. And I know I'm about 20 years older than most of y'all. I know a lot of people won't understand this. Because I know a lot of y'all believe Kamala Harris, whatever her fucking name is not, I'm like Donald Trump when I say her name. Donald Trump purposely been saying it as well. But Kamala, is not black. I know a lot of y'all believe that. Well, Tiger Woods once said he wasn't black too, right? A lot of black people take that role because they want to be accepted by the massive. And so I get it. Why she might have played that card or whatever. But this is a picture, y'all, when she was a baby. And her daddy. I know a lot of y'all think only black Americans are Africa, but Jamaicans are considered black as well, y'all. So I'm not one to go sit up here and say that she's not a black woman. It hurts me to see and I told you over here, I know I put out bad stuff about black women, but you never hear me call black women bitches or anything like that. I'll call you, say if you was, kind of out there, I'll tell you it was out there. But just to say that about a lady that's in a political position like she has and the things that she has done, I know a lot of y'all say she put a lot of people in jail and prison and all that. That was her job. She was an attorney general. Most attorney generals don't even, I know they said policy in their departments, but it'd be the people that work up under them that prosecute no cases. They have people in positions that, to oversee those cases and stuff. But the book does stop at the top, so I understand why y'all had those positions about, for those of y'all, how many people she put in jail and all of that stuff. But I do know it was an inmate that was in prison with me that, well, he was white, so I guess that might be a bad example. But he got his sentence, she got his sentence commuted. Anybody in the federal system would tell y'all, especially in the state of California, she had a program where she would contact your counselor, not the counselor, but that person they call that look over your case, the one that you wanted to hear from, you wanted her name to come over, her voice to come over the intercom. That's when you knew you was getting time off or something like that. Well, there was a lot of brothers that got off because of things just by her office writing the prison and said, hey, what's up with this case? What's up with this? Could you check into this first act law? Could you check in this law? People are getting time off. So she has helped people get off as well in the state of California. And he never said it, but he called Shaq a coon. Charles Barkley, I totally agree with it. But he wanted to categorize Shaq as a coon. Y'all know I said a few things about Shaq before in the past. Everything I say is truthful. Y'all know it was truthful. There's paperwork to show that it was truthful. But I never thought of Shaq as a fucking coon. And for that to be said about Shaq, I don't get it. I hope y'all put it in the comment section why people would say that Shaquille O'Neal is a coon. Because, man, Shaq has helped a lot of people out in neighborhoods that I know of. And people, he seems like he's always giving stuff away. So, don't know what that but, yeah, Judge Joe Brown, man. I don't know. I think he was jealous. I bet it comes out that he tried to get with Miss Harris at one time, and she didn't want to get with him. There's something deeper going on for that man to go against this black lady like that, because he's been attacking her hard, and he's been going viral with it. But yeah, disappointing that Judge Joe Brown is electing to do this and talk about her like this at this point, because one thing black men got to learn to do is protect black women. We don't do nothing else. We should protect everybody that can defend themselves, but we definitely should protect black women. It's Reggie's opinion, and I'm gonna always do that.
So, man, there you have it. And I mean, honestly, bro, speaking, in certain things he had a point, Reggie, he had a point, but my thing is like, I think it's a little bit more deeper than that. I think that, Judge Joe Brown is doing numbers over there for Art. Right now, Art and your boy Reggie Wright are at odds. Bomb1st is at odds with Art of Dialogue, and it's been cease and desist letters sent out for content that is pretty much, I'm guessing that they suing for saying that the content is theirs. they're using the content or something like that, I'm guessing. But just to stay on topic, because I'm gonna show y'all a little bit of that video, or what's coming up next for the channel. I'm gonna show y'all a little bit of that at the end once I get done with this, once we wrap this up. But it's just crazy to see him say that Judge is a coon. And me personally, honestly, I've always taken Reggie to be a coon. Like, ideally, like, just looks like a coon, acts like it sometimes. And, and it's no disrespect, you feel me? But, and I'm not trying to play the coon role either, but I just want to say this, like, why, as black people, like, why can't we just get it together? Like, it's like we can't get right, bro. These are two older gentlemen up in age. And, I mean, the judge hasn't said anything or responded to this yet, but Reggie Wright is up in age, and, I done seen him, beefing with younger cats like Munchie B, saying Munchie B was, sexually assaulted and when he was locked up, and all type of stuff, all type of allegations that I heard Reggie Wright throw out, Like, even when he said, told a judge, F you, go somewhere and die, Like, that just was so distasteful and, just not honorable, or, it's like, bro, you don't got no morale for a man of your age, like, for you to just say that openly like that, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Then this gentleman, the judge, is older than you, so it's like you don't have no respect for your elders, let alone like trying to teach the youth to to do what's right, and to be a positive role model. It's like all of that then went out of the window just for the sake of content. You know what I'm saying? And I guess it's because like you said, Tyron Turner, I'm gonna let y'all hear that video, but like Tyron Turner said some things about his wife and her making noises, and Art is the one that put this interview out, you know what I'm saying? And he was supposed to be, I guess, allegedly cool with he was supposed to be cool with Reggie Wright or whatever. Reggie Wright got Art a lot of interviews, like the Mob James interviews and such and so on, some of his big interviews or whatever. Allegedly, from what Reggie Wright is saying, he's the one that got Gene Deal over there, and Gene Deal took the wheel or whatever, and Reggie stopped going. My thing is, it's like, man, y'all boys was friends once upon a time. Y'all going at each other neck like this, and then like it's like, if you rocking with him, then you against me. So I feel like that's why Reggie Wright is going at the judge like that. You know what I'm saying? But it's crazy because it's like this whole situation, I mean, it's kind of being cloaked and covered up like it's a whole Kamala Harris take or whatever. Like, he didn't like what the judge said about a black woman, and he didn't like the judge's take on Kamala Harris, and there must be something deeper there. The judge must have allegedly tried to get something from Kamala Harris, advance sexually up on her, and it didn't work out because he's too bitter and he's too up in age to be talking like that. But people can say the same thing about you, Reggie. You know what I'm saying? Like, you told this old man to go in the corner and die. Like, that's something that, a teenager or a child or somebody that's half your age would say. That was, not only was it, irresponsible and verbally negligent for you to say something like that, but it was cruel, and it was like, it just shows like the maturity level of you, you know what I'm saying? Like, no morale whatsoever, and I don't know what happened behind closed doors with these brothers. I don't know what happened behind closed doors, but it's definitely some hate there if you can say something that you know what I'm saying, that sinister about somebody, and the judge is a black figure in the spaces and stuff like that, especially on YouTube, and in the social spaces, the judge is a very popular figure. I think more popular, obviously, than Reggie Wright. You know what I'm saying? His claim to fame was saying that, he was a bodyguard and he was around Suge and all this other stuff, but everybody Reggie has been cool with, he has fallen out with, from the looks of it, for me, like with Suge Knight, the whole Art of Dialogue thing, that's gonna be in another video, but I just think that like Reggie was going too hard, you know what I'm saying, with the whole, like, he took it from the Kamala Harris thing to, like, made it personal. And another thing he said was like, oh, if you don't make over $400,000, you shouldn't be, you're an idiot if you vote Republican. But it's like, me personally, I won't vote for neither party if they ain't, presenting nothing that's gonna be promising for black folks anyways, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, it is a money factor, but it's not even about the money factor at this point. Like, they're pretty much, pissing on our heads and calling it rain. Like, Kamala Harris done did a lot of stuff to harm black people, let alone help. Like, she ain't did nothing to really help black folks like that. And even the example that he used, that he was finna say how she's a good person, she actually helped out, you know, our white counterparts. Not to make it a race thing, but she actually helped out a white person versus helping out the black person. Now, you know, it's hot sauce in her bag. Now she's bringing out the rappers. Like, they just pretty much pissing in our face and pissing on our head and calling it rain. You know what I'm saying? Joe Biden, you know, was saying, oh, you ain't black if you don't vote for Joe and stuff like that, you know, and she was backing that up. You know what I'm saying? Like, she was like literally backing what he said, you know. For her to come out with the Jamaican pictures and all that other stuff like that, let's just get this understood. Yes, I am FBA. Yes, I am a, you know, B1 Foundation of Black American. But let's be real, it's a lot of Jamaicans and foreign black people, Africans, that don't consider themselves black. They don't call themselves black. And we all know if you are FBA, or if you know your people and your family lineage come from the Americas and you black American, we know that a lot of these people don't consider themselves black, and we know what they mean by, oh, I'm not black. What you're trying to say is you're not a black American. And it's just, I mean, it's just so much colorism, and like, it's just so convoluted when it comes down to that. So that's why I say, like, you know, he couldn't really use that. I don't think he should have used, you know, the Jamaican thing, like, oh, let's remember y'all Jamaican people are black too. Like, I don't think he should have used that as an example, because it's a lot of Jamaicans that will tell you they're not black. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of them, to be honest with you, act way more bougier than black Americans. Like, they think that they better. You know what I'm saying? I done seen Jamaicans like look down on a lot of Haitians. I done seen Haitians look down on a lot of Americans. I done seen Africans look down on Haitians, Americans, and Jamaicans. You know what I'm saying? So you can't really use that as a talking point, Reggie. But nevertheless, man, I do think that Reggie kind of like went a little too crazy with the whole, you know, going to corner and pass away thing. And the judge makes good points, but I think that Reggie made this situation more personal. I think that the judge actually knows more about Kamala Harris and her motives than Reggie does, because he's actually in the judicial system, which they both were, but the judge obviously was a higher up. Reggie was just like, you know, a little street cop. You know what I'm saying? You know, and from what I heard, he was a dirty street cop. You know what I'm saying? So that's a whole nother story within itself. But remember, man, nevertheless, they said it, and I'm speaking on it. I'm Mr. Telescope, and you are now watching the Telescope channel. I'm finna drop another clip for y'all to show y'all what's coming up next in the next video. But y'all check this out, man. Telescope, go.
We're not friends no more. I get it. Got it. Y'all hear me tapping at him like I did in some episodes before and some later? You know why? He want to bring people on. You know, like he brought on Turner, talking that shit about my wife make noises and all that bullshit. And then Turner they're going to be like, oh, he want to give us extra money. He want to give us extra money for us to put this out and talk about it again. But they's like, no, we're not doing that. I don't know. Sweet say, I don't know what Turner's talking about. He texts blowing my wife up through her friends or whatever, apologizing for that being out there. And then you're going to go do that interview instigating in James and them family matter? No, you're right. Friends like that, I don't need friends. I'd rather you be my enemy. I'd rather for you to... And I know, I agree. You get way more numbers than we do. I agree. But the stuff that you've been putting out and going to be putting out, I see where your channel going.